But at the same time, new beginnings are new beginnings, and my goodness, those top 5 tonight. Oh, look. And the crowd will leave a lot happier than they did after the House of Torture matches yesterday.
So,
here we go.
Off the ropes. No. Hey,
Honma! Genius, smart man.
Yeah, you think you
Big
start to
mind.
learn after a while.
Yeah.
Honma's going for it here. Go, no.
Yeah, every time Honma misses one of those, like what's left of his fringe goes back another millimeter. Every time he hits it, like there's a few little buds that sprout.
Oh my.
Right. So if he gets on a big streak of Kokeshis, then we could have a full head of hair on the
Sure.
Before too long. 'Cause it's the friction of the mat, you see.
Right.
Right?
Thank
That
you.
does it.
Thank you.
Some rough chops from Tomoya there for Honma in the corner.
Yeah, we were just speaking with young Shomakato, who was telling us all about the effect of those chops from Tomoya, but the DDT plants Tomoya from Tomoaki Honma. 5 minutes have passed in this matchup. Katsuya Morishima has an opportunity to make a statement here tonight. Oh, and much like what we saw yesterday, Chris, these shots from the Young Lion competition completely ineffective right now against Tomoya.
Yeah, nice effort. It's like punching a brick wall.
Oh, good God.
That's what they call a quit the business chop, Walker. Oh, Honma took a look like that. He's just off the apron. No.
And Tomoya off the ropes. Wow! It is a big ask.
Hey.
Oh, but Oleg, man, the strength.
Flashbacks to the great Manami Nakanishi. Our shout-outs to him. Ichiban Meat Boy. And now, here we go.
Yeah, here's Shota Umino. Talked about rebuilding, talked about rebounding. Shota Umino has to do all of that, and it starts here tonight again. Again, that process begins. And these two, I have to wonder if they're ever going to be able to put each other behind the other one, as Umino and Narita.
How many times you have to butt your head against that glass ceiling before you can finally find the will to smash your way through it?
I think you have to hit it forcefully enough, and I don't know if Umino has so far. Bam! There's the Fisherman Suplex cover here. Kick out at 2. You can't just be tapping that proverbial glass ceiling, Chris. You have to be thrusting your fist through it as hard as you possibly can, and I think Umino's been doing his best, but maybe just not strong enough, not yet.
That's a good point, Walker. I think that's why we're hearing the crowd in Hokkaido get behind Shota Umino, but the more he butts, the more you butt your head against that ceiling and fail, the less the people start to believe in you.
Right.
So Shota Umino needs badly, and the New Japan Cup might be a great way to reset.
It could be.
I think we might be resetting Shota Umino from a planning perspective.
Come on, really? Not again.
It's 2:18 in the afternoon.
Oh, it's dictated contact. It's cover here for Kanemaru. Kick out at 2.
No skyrockets in flight for Shota Umino.
And now our official in the grasp of Yujiro Takahashi. Kanemaru has that whiskey pop.
Wow. They want to stir the pot. Okada wants in, now that Great Okan's down. And I'm not stirring the pot, I'm picking up the spoon that you left behind.
Kazuchika Okada wants to try and plant Okan here, and that tombstone pile driver would be the thing to do it. This is a big moment for Okan, though. Imagine how Okan's career would change if he beat Kazuchika Okada on his way out.
Now, Great Okan has been filled with what-ifs so far in his career here in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and a big one right at the start was when Okan targeted Kazuchika Okada in the early days of United Empire. Now, well, here's a kid that wants to call his own shots. He wants some of Okada too. Prince of Peace.
Callum's gonna get his shot right now. ate the Rainmaker yesterday and was the man who suffered a pinfall loss to Kazuchika Okada. Now bringing it in, full speed ahead. The Nova Fireball, the King of Bros, followed up. An Imperial unit in his own right. Oh, that pump kick, pace kick into the cover. Will we see Yano in?
Yano out.
We have a ring only containing young Callum Newman. One of the greatest ever doing Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah.
Big moment, big fight.
Big Tiger.
Go, got him, cover here. And Yano in to save once again.
Yeah, second time in a row. Again, Yano in, Yano out. Newman.
A third time's a charm here for Callum Newman, but you can't take this time to hot dog and grandstand. Let's get on to it.
Yeah. And when Tama and T got to number 7 at Wrestle Kingdom in 2021, that is something that, well, it's going to stay in the record books for a long, long time.
Very few will be able to match the tag team history, the legacy that Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga are leaving behind. But from the top, Tonga Loa, drop kick right on the money.
Brother,
you see how that launched El Phantasmo right into the opposite turnbuckle pad.
Certainly those extra months ever since November, rehabbing that knee, still feels it pop in and out every now and then, but everything was right on point.
Tag made and Tama Tonga now the legal man. One of these shots right to the liver, right to the kidney. Blow for blow. El Phantasmo going to be feeling this tomorrow. And right out of the corner, recharged and firing off.
As ever, Tama Tonga ripped to shreds. And man, Tama Tonga, I think his brother as well, his brothers as well, but Tama Tonga specifically, which close the distance.
And Tama, exploder suplex right out of the corner. El Phantasmo is feeling this, the brunt of the action right now. Into the cover here, hook of that outer leg. Tama, 2 count.
Fast count again. I didn't think anybody, perhaps, if there was a rankings of how many times somebody gets called into the principal's office, I think Tama Tonga might have it. You know, he's caused more headaches for everyone here than perhaps anybody.
Let's be honest here, Chris. This is one of the bigger marquee matches Ryusuke Taguchi has been a part of in the past year or so.
Big match Taguchi. He comes out every now and then. And, well, we'll see whether he can get back into the flow of this one. You know, I think more importantly, of course, like, Bullet Club War Dogs and Finlay at its head have to make a statement of intent here and going on into the New Japan Cup as well. Don't think that David Finlay doesn't hear the discourse online, doesn't hear fans rallying behind someone like a Gabe Kidd. The lesson has to be passed on that David Finlay is still at the head of this Bullet Club table.
A lot of people have been questioning who's really pulling the chains in Bullet Club. David Finlay, though, wants to be the one to bring championship gold back to New Japan Pro Wrestling's Bullet Club War Dogs. Bam! Funky weapon connects to David Finlay.
Clear path through to the IWGP Global Champion.
And Nemeth wants that tag. Nemeth wants his hands on Finlay as well. Finlay up, Nemeth in. Takes down Gedo, takes down Finlay with the drop kick. This is a man who says he wants to defend the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship everywhere and anywhere. Says that it's given him a new lease on life, a second chapter in a career that many wrote off to begin with.
And he said, well, now a few people know. And from here, it's time to let the world know. And then we're up to 8.
He's not just a heartbreaker, Chris. He's a heart stopper. Bam! Got him into the cover once.
I think they're
Nearly back up. Wow. Into the cover once again. Taka Michinoku, 2 count.
and keeps him right there. Great crank of that neck. And trying to stretch Bushi a little bit. You know, both they need to want to show that they're not just part of their teams because, you know, to make up the numbers. They're not just going to be, well, here are the guys that are going to be targeted to take a fall. They're guys that can get their hand raised. Taka Michinoku got his hand raised in New Year's Dash. You said it.
All up and down the rest of the card tonight, Chris, you find that everyone has something to prove, and some stakes are higher than others. Some have YouTube channels, some have hair, some have the greatest prize in New Japan Pro Wrestling today. None of that involved in this matchup as the Just Face Lock locked in right now. Taka Michinoku has Bushi exactly where he wants him. Bushi inching closer and closer to those bottom ropes. Bushi nearly there. Gonna have to try and bring it back to the center. Can Taka do it? No.
Bushi, in his own right, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, a title that Taka Michinoku has not been able to win over the course of his 30-year-plus career.
As off the ropes. Oh. That drop kick right to the knee. One of the first things that start to go in your body as a long-tenured professional athlete, it is going to be those knees, Chris. We see it all over the world of professional wrestling. And Taka Michinoku, no stranger to issues with those knees as well. Here's Bushi, drop kick.
Bushi-Rooney. And now Taka's in prime position.
Safe. You're not safe, Taka. Bushi rocket. Hiromu.
Oh, look out, look out, look out.
Oh, just tossing Doki over the side.
You know what he wants in this position, Walker.
Right.
Sunset bomb.
Flip bomb to the outside. No, Doki holds on. Watches the face of Hiromu in the process. Sought out that Asai moonsault. Not going to happen, though. Hiromu and Doki already on the outside now, Chris.
Oh,
Doki.
Doki tried to position himself, control his body instead. Being controlled, he'll be thrown. Oh, no, my God.
And this is where the strength advantage, the size advantage that Hiromu Takahashi does have plays into effect. It's not something that he's able to utilize all the time, Chris.
But there's something within Hiromu, and there's something within Doki as well. We talked about the journey that Doki has undertaken, where it's not just the wild man style. He knows what to do when. He's putting those pieces together. Pieces that Hiromu Takahashi has had together for a long time. But when it becomes these guys against one another, then all of that goes out the window. They're taken back to 10 years ago when there were these crazy young kids hurling themselves off the top rope against each other.
You can't allow your skill to revert back to 10 years ago because that was not the prime Doki that we know right now. That was not, well, it might have been the prime Hiromu Takahashi, but Hiromu's still the absolute top of a league of his own. In the junior heavyweight division, whip into the corner. Followed up with the lariat. We'll see this off the ropes. Doki didn't see it coming. It's already been one victory in the Los Ingobernables de Japón rankings tonight. Easily could see a second. However, I got to tell you, Chris, I'd love to see Doki be able to pull this one out in the end.
The Doki.
Oh, and you were calling for it earlier. No, Hurricane Rana takes out Taichi. Oh, that sneaked out into the DDT.
Yeah, faked him. Thought he was going through the Yukon lariat, drops the head, bang, DDT. Shingo's so used to conducting the audience. We had a little bit of it earlier on, but you know, in this environment, you're not going to get the crowd to switch on Taichi. They're going to be all behind their guy. And that makes it a difficult position for Shingo. You can almost hear it right now.
Shingo barrels into Taichi. Things aren't looking good for the hometown boy here right now, Chris.
Indeed not. That's a long way down.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Taichi has to do everything he can to avoid eating a superplex or something worse for sure.
Oh, gosh. The no touch, the headbutt.
Those two stubborn skulls collided.
Whose head harder? Whose will stronger? Something's got to give here, and it's going to be giving very quickly.
Oh, no. What are they thinking? What's either man thinking?
Taichi up on the top. Has that. Oh, Yuya back on the feet. Waist lock. Sticking for that German suplex. Not going to connect.
There it is. That's what he needed, that arm drag.
Bringing it back to tradition, and Yuya Uemura does so flawlessly when the drop kick connects. But again, grasping at that spine, trying to provide a little bit of aid, find a little bit of solace. Hard thing to do. Way easier said than done when you're in the ring with Yota Tsuji, and you see Yota Tsuji has not let go of that jaw. We could be looking at a dislocated jaw from Yota Tsuji after that drop kick from Yuya Uemura. A lot of force behind it.
Oh, wow. Said min-max earlier on, there's still some showmanship in Yuya Uemura, right? And now...
Yuya. Backdrop into the suplex cover here. 1, 2.
They flowed over into that suplex as well. And we say even 12, 13 minutes into this matchup, and damage mounting even with, and you can still see in the midsection of Uemura troubling him. Hard to draw breath, but the fundamentals always there.
And those are something he can always lean on and go back to, but your body has to physically allow you to do that, even if the mind wants to. Oh!
Nice.
Oh, and that's going to be the game changer. That's going to pay dividends.
Right onto that left arm as well.
Yeah. Oh, Yuya into the cover. Here, hook of the leg. No.
Oh, he's got it. Can he?
Right into that hammerlock. Naito going back to those ingobernable tactics. To the eyes of Sanada now, whip off the ropes. Oh, leapfrog over, leapfrog up, and drop kick connects.
Yeah, Naito having to use the timeout, get to the outside here.
And Sanada taking it to the sky, plancha to the outside. We could be looking at right now the next IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
We could be. I'm not sure we will do if Sanada's doing what he's doing right now. He's got to stay on his opponent out here on the floor.
As best as possible, but he's hearing it from the people tonight. When you talk about your grassroots efforts, Chris, I know that's something that you've coined when talking about Sanada and his methodations with the people. This is a part of that, the in-ring competition where he truly believes he will win the people over in Sapporo and then in turn become the new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, he's not too different from an Evil. You think his whole tag team partner... And down across the neck. Sanada and Evil, former IWGP Tag Team Champions together. Right. And the idea of... right back down again, Naito finding that success, but the idea of, I don't have to play to convention. For Evil, that goes to, well, I'm going to use a lot of shortcuts, outside interference. A win is a win is a win. But Sanada has that same mindset. In the end of the day, if I win, what does it matter? Now, I think you can criticize that for sure, because you get the winner's share of the purse, but the purse is determined by the ticket sales, right? So I think There's a lot you can draw between Sanada and Evil.
Well, unconventional, but for Sanada, it's all about breaking convention, taking the likes of a Tetsuya Naito out of the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship picture is the exact goal for Sanada, just as much as becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion himself.
Oh!